It's your day in tech history, and it's brought to you by our friends over at DJI. Get yourself your own drone by going over to geekazine.com/DJI. Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. July 9th. 1595, Johannes Kepler published the Mysterium Cosmographicarum, otherwise known as Mystery of the Cosmos. 1981, Nintendo released Donkey Kong. The game marked the debut of Nintendo's future mascot, Mario. 1982, Bally debuted the arcade game Tron. It's a synchronous effort as Buena Vista Pictures released the sci-fi film Tron. 1985, Atari begins shipping the Atari 520 ST computer, featuring a monochrome monitor and 512 kilobits of RAM for $800. 1993, British and Russian scientists using DNA genetic fingerprinting tests identified bone fragments discovered in Ekaterinburg in 1979 as those of Russian Tsar Nicholas II and members of his family. They were executed on July 17th of 1918. 1994, AT&T Wireless becomes an independent company. 1997, Apple Computer announced the resignation of Gibert Amelio as CEO. Amelio was ousted as CEO of Apple by the board of directors after overseeing 12 years of record low stock prices. Steve Jobs basically stepped in as interim CEO and began a critical restructuring of the company's product line. And now this word from our friends over at DJI Technologies. Summertime. What to do during the summer? Well, let's go fly a drone. The Phantom 3 is now available for all your summer flying fun. In both professional and advanced models, the Phantom is one of the most popular drones out there, and it can make you feel like a kid again, just like when you got your first RC car many years ago. With video up to 4K, you can have fun taking overhead shots, aerial footage in parks, by the lake, or just fly over your house a few times to see how many of the kids' toys ended up on the roof, or if your roof survived the winter. I encourage you to go over to geekazine.com/DJI so you can get free shipping on that DJI Phantom, and it supports the Day in Tech History, and I thank you very much for that. Go over there, geekazine.com/DJI, then go out to the park and have some fun. Geeky fun with DJI. Now let's get back into your Day in Tech History. In 2001, Adobe released version 7.0 of PageMaker, which was historically the first desktop publishing program. PageMaker was available for both Mac OS 9 and Windows. 2003, Yahoo acquired Oddpost, which is a webmail service that simulated a desktop email client similar to Microsoft Outlook. 2008, Hitachi announced that they had created a terabyte drive that only used 3 platters. The current terabyte drives would use 5 platters with the disk. Microsoft announced that there was an issue with Word 2002 Service Pack 3. The vulnerability could allow hackers to access data remotely. You would have to download a specifically crafted document for the vulnerability to take effect. Also in 2008, the Microsoft DNS patch from the 8th caused the Zone Alarm to not work correctly. After application of the patch and reboot, Zone Alarm would cause the internet connection to break. And Dan Lyons, the former Forbes writer behind the fake Steve Jobs persona, announced that he's shutting down the Secret Diary of Steve Jobs. And Apple iTunes version 7.7 was released. 2009, Netflix started streaming to net-enabled Sony Bravia TVs, and Microsoft released Silverlight 3 one day before its launch. And in 2012, Mega Upload's Kim.com extradition hearing was postponed until 2013 as search warrants were declared invalid. And that's your Day in Tech History. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015. JMP Enterprise, and Geekazine.com.